So what I learned about myself this week was related to the time management exercise that we did. I was already fairly aware of how I use my time, but it was valuable to see it represented visually. I'm definitely a visual learner. I don't process auditory information as well, so I found this really helpful to map it out into a chart that I could look at and see that way. I appreciated that activity. I also really enjoyed reading from the Emotional Intelligence book and using those exercises to just think through and learn more about myself and my habits, as well as looking at everybody else's time management tables in the discussion and seeing where our similarities are and how we all differ in terms of how we spend our time. And it really made me recognize my privilege in terms of how much time I get to dedicate to this program. I'm only working a tiny bit right now. I'm just starting to build my caseload, and I also volunteer quite a bit of my time, but everybody else is working pretty much full-time, if not full-time, and a lot of them are raising children, so I just feel so grateful to be able to spend so much of my time on this program. And as I develop as a leader, I feel like I can intentionally reorganize my time to meet my needs. So an example of that is on the second Thursday of every month I have a board meeting, but I typically dedicate that hour and a half every single Thursday to the responsibilities for that board of directors, whether there's a meeting or not. So I try to, as much as I can, because things are different every week, every day, but I try to block out specific chunks of time for specific things and try to stick to that schedule even if something changes. So like with the board, I know that Thursday 6:30 to 7:30 or 8 I have a board meeting, but I try not to plug anything else in on a Thursday just so that I know that I have that dedicated time to work on the website for the board or send out thank you cards to donors or anything like that. And I do that with other things as well, just so that I have a good structure for my days. And then some steps to my growth as a leader include facilitating my capstone program. I think that's going to be a huge step for me as a leader in the OT field. Earning my OTD, of course, and then after that I want to earn my American Hippotherapy Association Certified Hippotherapy Clinical Specialist certification. I want to improve my confidence with asking for help and reduce my shame related to getting things wrong or not being great at something. And I'm looking forward to having a lot more experience in the OT field and having some more positive experiences with interprofessional collaboration. I'm so sorry I've said so many times in all of these videos. I'm trying to just let my thoughts come out naturally and not re-film if I've made a mistake. So thank you for being understanding. So the timeline for my leadership development throughout this year of the OTD program, I expect to have a lot of opportunities for that collaboration with other professionals in the form of my classmates and my professors, and asking them for help, accepting their feedback, and I think there will be a lot of good growth there. Ongoing is my reduction of shame regarding not being good at something or making mistakes, and that's all connected to my perfectionism, which I've talked about in some other videos. And I'm going to be doing a lot of practice at that through this program, as well as being a new therapist, and my goal is to have an observable difference in those feelings by this coming spring. And also spring of 2024 is my capstone program implementation, so there will be opportunities for interprofessional collaboration there, as well as that goal of more leadership opportunities in OT. August of 2024 will be when I earn my doctorate, assuming all goes well. And then also ongoing is more experience in this field, and I hope to feel truly much more comfortable and confident within 1 year. And then in hopefully 24 or 2025 will be when I earn that certification, that hypnotherapy certification. Once I've completed this OTD, I feel I'll have the time to dedicate to it. I've spoken briefly with Felicia about it, as well as one of my fieldwork educators and some other people I know in the hypnotherapy specialty, and it's quite an undertaking. So I want to make sure that I have the time to dedicate to really committing to it. So I plan to pursue that following this OTD. Thanks for watching.